Bruner here, and we'll let Miss Bruner get going. She's ready. Let's welcome Miss Bruner.
Thank you so much for having me here today to talk to you about what I think is very important. As you know, I'm a retired teacher, so there will be a handout. I don't know if they're going to pass it out while I'm talking when it gets ready, but I want you to please read that. I'm going to talk as fast as I can, but I have a lot to say, and I don't know if I can get said in this amount of time. Fellow educators, the current generation of young Americans is very different than any other generation. Numerous polls show the same thing over and over. Frightening percentages of our children believe that socialism is better than the free market. Some of them believe Christianity is judgmental and just plain mean. America is the villain of the world history. They believe family does not mean marriage. They believe that the federal government should take care of all of us. Where did our children get these false concepts that defy logic and go against the traditions and the culture that made the United States the best country in the history of the world? My name is Mary Lou Bruner. I was born and raised in East Texas. I retired from East Texas Public Schools in 2009 with 36 years of experience as a teacher, educational diagnostician, and special education counselor. I have a master's degree in special education, and I've taught in many areas of the curriculum. The most part of my career was spent in kindergarten and special education, but I've also taught second grade, fourth grade, junior high school history, junior high school American literature, and also English in junior high school. In addition, I've testified before the State Board of Education numerous times since 2008 regarding the textbooks and the curriculum. This is not a new issue that I've just taken up lately. Also, I saw Brent Taylor back there. I was glad to see him. I was on the Teacher of the Year committee for Region 7 for 6 years and worked under Brent Taylor. He remembers me well. I was always the last one to finish my evaluations, and I enjoyed that job so much, finding out we have such wonderful teachers here in East Texas. I also served under Barbara Cargill on the Charter School Application Review Committee. In the primary election, I received 107,000 votes, or 48.5% of the votes in District 9 SBOE. I received almost as many votes as the other two candidates combined because the parents agreed with my back to basics message. East Texas parents want their schools to teach the knowledge and skills that make the USA the leader of the world. I won the popular vote in 30 out of 31 counties in District 9 because they believe in my professional training and experience and traditional Judeo-Christian family values would be useful in helping to set the standards for this curriculum. I started my career in the early 1970s when Plan A first began. Some of you are younger than I am, but I think you remember Plan A. At that time, I was taught at East Texas State University in Commerce, Texas, that 12% of our students should be in special education. Well, now we are approaching 50% of our student population in the special education program.
Whoa.
Is that wrong?
That's wrong.
Yes.
Very wrong.
Okay, I will be happy to talk to you, and I would like to be informed. I really would.
No.
Thank you for telling me. Many students remain in the special education program until they graduate, once they receive a handicapping condition. Even though educators have good intentions, I believe the number of students in special education programs indicates that we have failed some of our students. Now, based on the ACT and the SAT scores, only 1 in 6 graduates read with fluency and comprehension well enough to take their college courses.
That's not right either.
No,
That's not right.
wrong,
That's not
wrong.
wrong. That's not right.
We'll check it out. Other schools did our schools did a much better job of educating our students a few years ago before the federal government got involved in education. I was the salutatorian of my class. When I began teaching, the top 10% of the classes became teachers mostly. Now, only a few graduating seniors want to become teachers. I was at one retired teacher meeting in this area where they were having trouble giving their scholarship away because they couldn't find a qualified graduate in the entire county. That's what we're facing. Lufkin ISD had a shortage of 91 teachers this year.
No,
and
no,
had to
ma'am.
fill the positions with
That's not-
full-time substitutes.
No, ma'am. No,
Ladies
ma'am.
and gentlemen, Texas
That is not true.
about to have a serious shortage of
What?
qualified
That is not
teachers.
true.
Not many are going into the field, and many are exiting for one reason or another.
That is not
Public
true.
schools must get
She
back
just
to
quoted
the
Lufkin.
basics. Schools must give our children a balanced, practical education. Schools must teach reading through phonics because our language is based on letters and sounds. Reading and writing are inseparable. They're like coding and decoding. And also our schools must teach cursive handwriting skills, and many of them are not. The dyslexic children learn better when they are using cursive handwriting to reinforce their reading skills. And it also teaches self-discipline, self-expression, and eye-hand coordination. Our schools must teach our children grammar rules if we want them to be prepared for college courses which require excellence and clarity in their writing. And our schools must prepare our children by learning the multiplication table. And I mean all of them, not just the 2s, the 5s, and the 10s. If we want them to be able to manage their own personal business and to become architects and engineers. Our schools must teach our children the Constitution if we want them to be able to govern themselves and to know what their rights are. Texas schools must reestablish discipline in the classrooms by supporting the teachers. When there is confusion, the teachers are frustrated. And when the teachers are not happy, the children are not learning efficiently. Also, schools must not let the end of the year test be the guiding factors. We must always teach what is best for the children. Our curriculum must allow teachers the time they need to teach for mastery, so they're not forced to move on to higher level skills when the children haven't mastered the one they were just teaching. Skills are many times sequential, and you have to master this skill before you can move to the next one. Finally, my prayer is that each of you will become responsive to parents when they have questions, concerns, and suggestions about the school curriculum or the school policies. It is wrong for a candidate to refer to protective or outspoken parents as partisan extremists because they are concerned about the curriculum their children are being taught in public schools. School officials must never forget that the children belong to the parents, not to the government. School leaders should include parents in the curriculum and the textbook decisions. Schools should encourage parents to be active participants in the children's education. It is obvious by now that Texas schools fail when parents are not intricately involved. I need your help. I need you to help me change the current paradigm that attempts to exclude parents and local taxpayers. School leaders must welcome parental involvement. And that means getting rid of the progressive methods and ideas such as fuzzy math that the students and the parents do not understand. It also means that the students should always have textbooks to carry home so the parents can help them with their assignments and be involved and know what's in their textbook. It also means that schools must not hide information from the parents. Transparency.
Does she know who
should
she's
be
talking to? I don't know who
obvious.
she-
We
I don't think
have
she
to have
does.
transparency.
But
if
she
we
has
want
this
the
blatant
parents to
sentence in
succeed.
here that's just,
The
I mean, and she's
education
telling this all
says
everywhere she goes. That is a
the
blatant lie.
primary purpose of the
We don't have
public
to,
school
anyone,
curriculum
nearly
is
100% of our
prepare
teachers are
thoughtful,
highly
active
qualified.
citizens who
We are
understand the
91
importance of
substitutes.
patriotism and can
I don't know where
function
she got that
productively
information.
in a free enterprise society with appreciation for the basic democratic values of our state and our national heritage. I would add that schools should produce well-adjusted, self-confident, self-sufficient men and women who are able to get a job and keep a job, and they're able to protect and provide for their families while participating in church, community, and governmental affairs.
Ms. Bruner, remember someone thought you wanted to take some questions?
I just want to thank all of you for allowing me the opportunity to speak, and that's something that's very dear to me, and it's very important to the future of our schools, our state, and the United States of America. Thank you. I'll be glad to answer any questions. Yes, ma'am.
Mrs. Bruner, I appreciate the fact that you're a former educator, and I even love the fact that you're focusing on parent involvement. But the superintendent of Lufkin ISD, I would encourage you to do some fact checking. Lufkin ISD did not start the year with 91 substitutes. We did not, none, none. We're nearly 100% highly qualified and highly effective.
They were retired teachers.
No, ma'am.
Back out of
No, ma'am.
retirement.
No, ma'am. Not true.
But this is what a citizen in Lufkin ISD told me.
The citizen did not tell you the truth. I can, it's on the TEA website as far as looking at teachers or whatever. Yes, yes, yes. But please don't go around Texas saying that, because that is blatantly false.
I will check it out.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We have a question next year.
Yes, my name is Morris Line, I'm the new superintendent of Hawkins, and I know some of these individuals in here, and I respectfully appreciate the fact, and I too sometimes am like Stan, so I apologize for my bluntness. But I work hard each and every day for the kids in whatever district it is.
I understand.
I try to promote citizenship. And it is an insult to me that you come in here and talk the way you have. And I apologize. Respectfully, I appreciate too that you are a past teacher. And how long has it been that you said that you've been out of the classroom?
2009.
Okay. There are people in this room that work hard every day. And it's an insult to me that you come in and talk to us the way you have. I apologize if I'm being out of place. I take pride in what I do every day. And I work hard. Now, there are social norms out there that we fight against every day. There are parents that we do not always agree with. But I work hard for every kid in my district, just like it's my own. And you have lost my vote today.
That's fine. You have the right to your opinion.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for stating
I
your
appreciate
opinion.
you coming in.
Thank
But
you.
I'm insulted by the way, and for the lack of fact checking,
We're not
for the way
50% special.
you are
ed.
presenting public education.
Yes.
I am a dedicated educator. My family has been, it is an insult to me, back to my family, that you have spoken the way you have today. So I don't speak for this group, because I won't say this on your behalf. I speak for myself. I don't speak for Hawkins ISD.
You just spoke for me.
Spoke for me as
I'm-
well.
Sir, I'm a retired educator of 45 years. And I'm just gonna ask one question and sit down.
Surely.
How many superintendents have you visited with as you've been campaigning for this trip?
I have visited with several of them. Yes, sir.
In East Texas?
Yes, sir, I have.
How many?
She said several.
How many from this room?
How many is that? 5, is that 3, or is that 10? I mean,
It'd be close, it would be 10, at least 10.
okay.
Anybody,
There's
anyone in this
there's a
room?
group
You
that was
see
wrong.
how- you
There's-
see how
there's a
they
group
feel
here.
about-
I'm out of it. I'm not in with any school district right now. And I can tell you that there are people in East Texas, superintendents, principals, teachers that are dedicated to doing what's best for
That
children.
is right.
And if you would take the time to go and visit the schools that are right around Mineola, including Mineola. Have you been to Mineola?
I have.
Okay, great.
Yes, sir, I have.
Are you the super? No, she's the super.
Some of my bank supporters are superintendents, so. Yes, sir.
Stand up. Yeah.
Superintendents and some principals.
She's a soup in Mineola.
Mrs. Bruner,
Yes.
respectfully, I have to say that you have not met with me. You have not approached me.
That's right.
We have not had a confrontation. I'm the superintendent of Mineola ISD.
Thank you. I have tried to go back there several times. You have no idea.
No, ma'am.
The schedule that we have, once we get into
You
this
do.
race. I'm
To get a
leaving here,
book.
I'm going to Longview at 11, I'm leaving Longview, I'm going to Tyler at 1. It is like that all the time. And many times I have it on my schedule to go to try to see superintendents and principals on the way. And it just doesn't work out. You have to have time to sleep and eat and do.
Ms. Bruner,
But the gentleman over here, let me just address him because he was so passionate. I do appreciate your service. I really do appreciate the service of you who are dedicated to the values that I'm dedicated to. And I believe if many of you sit down and talk with me personally, that we agree on many more things than we disagree upon. I just believe that we have lost our way and that we are letting the federal government, even though we don't have Common Core in Texas, it's actually against the law. Common Core is against the law.
We know that.
Yes, I know. But it's creeped in.
No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't. No, it's not.
Fuzzy man.
C-scope is gone.
It's very, very, it's just not logical. I know engineers that say that they just cannot believe that.
Ms. Bruner, I think we need, I'm gonna ask one question.
Sure.
I just have to know
Sure.
on the pre-K and the gay marriage stuff, explain that.
Yes, sir.
That thing.
I have very strong feelings about that. As you know, I taught kindergarten for 10 years, and it never came up. Sex never came up. But there are little children's books out there that are in the libraries. If you haven't heard the presentation, Ann Hettinger, she's the head of the Concerned Women of Texas and America. She has a slide presentation. She shows these slides from these textbooks. She has the actual textbook in her presentation. It's picture books for children that teachers or librarians can hold up and read to them. It is totally inappropriate in my estimation. And they are indoctrinating our children with these ideas when they're very small. The idea of that two mommies is just as good as a mother and a father. And if you don't really like being a boy, try the other, you might like it better. I am totally against that, and I believe most of you are too.
Well, Ms. Bruner, thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
Good luck on your campaign.
Thank you so much.
No, don't even offer.